I like to walk in a room just after the joke's been told.
How do you know when that's going to be?
It's a sixth sense type thing. You just
it's easy if it's a fart gag. You can smell it.
It's
That's so true.
it is true. You have to wait. You have to wait outside, just lurking in the background, like, yep. That's my cue to enter.
Hey Ben, do you want to introduce this video?
What is the video?
We're gonna do Lucky Dip.
How?
I've got the Lucky Dip here.
Glenn does the fun part.
The dip part.
All right, I guess I'll do it. Hey everybody, it's it's a Tuesday night video. Lucky Dip.
When you said it, I completely blanked on what it is you say at the start of the video. I was like, do I have to do the whole check us out on social network media?
I'm sick of saying what I say.
Shirley.
That's why I threw it to you. All right,
You
Lucky
can't.
Dip. We're joined
I have to go back and watch. I have to go back and watch 5 episodes and write down what you say and put it on a teleprompter before I can intro anything.
Let's face it, you only have to listen to one because I say the same thing every episode. Don't agree. Samantha Howson, we're joined by Samantha Howson. How are you?
Hey, good. I'm good.
All right, Sam was on our episode of Good Movie Monday on Monday. Go back and have a listen to that. It was an interesting episode about toy lines that have been turned into movies. I had fun. Hope you guys did.
Yeah, it was fun. I learnt a lot. It was very educational.
Did that package arrive? Did the package arrive, Ben?
It's destroying me as we speak.
Oh, no.
You can only see me from the chest up, but below stairs.
But if there was an X-ray, we'd actually see it.
You certainly would if you're a Danny DeVito working in a coroner's office. You'd have dug it out.
Terrible.
I love that. Was it Screwed? That's the best. The funniest thing in Screwed. Like I prefer of the 2 Norm Macdonald movies.
Dirty
I
Work.
prefer Dirty Work, but Screwed has the funniest scene in both of them, and it's just Danny DeVito is a coroner or like a morgue attendant kind of thing, and he's showing them all the things he's pulled out of dead bodies. He pulls out a harmonica and he goes, "What?" He starts playing it. Like, don't put that in your mouth.
That is a good movie.
I think I've seen that scene, but I haven't seen the whole movie.
It's so good.
Kind of
and
just
then he's got the giant scrubbing brush, and he's just like, oh, where's it gone?
The movie didn't even land, did it? It just came out and just did nothing.
It did, yeah.
Anyway,
it was weird considering it's like Dave Chappelle, right? It's Dave Chappelle and Norm Macdonald.
But Dave Chappelle before he was, the
before
Dave
he was,
Chappelle.
yeah. It was Dave Chappelle. He'd only been in Half Baked and You've Got Mail at that point.
and Robin Hood Men in Tights.
And Robin Hood Men in Tights,
yeah.
Had the Nutty Professor come out then?
Oh, I tried to block that movie.
In other words, he was in lots of things before that.
He was in plenty.
All right, Ben, do you want to dip? Let's see if we can do that. Got it. All right. See, I like doing this on Zoom because I can reveal it to the camera before I reveal it to myself.
Flirting with disaster.
I love the soundtrack for this film. I love the soundtrack, and I will forever remember the word hypospadia from that film.
What is that?
It's a curvature of the penis, isn't that what it is? Hypospadia?
Okay.
Or is it something where he's? I can't remember now. I can't remember. I just made the joke about always. I remember the word. I don't quite remember what it means. Ben Stiller has it, whatever it is. It's all about him. He finds out he's adopted, right? And the whole movie is him trying to find out who his parents are.
Doesn't he have multiple options of which the parents might be?
Yeah.
And he has to visit
Yeah.
like 3 different sets of people to see if they're his parents.
Yeah.
Alan Alda and
Wow.
Lily Tomlin play one set of parents. Hilarious.
And who's the, and he, I think Tia Leone is the woman helping him out, and he
Is she
kind
like
of
a- is
and
she
she's
like
got
a
the hots
reporter?
for him.
Is she a reporter doing a story or something?
I can't remember if she's because he's married to someone. Who's he married to in it?
Mate, he wasn't married to her, was he? No.
No, because he almost has the affair with it because she's got the hots for him in the film.
Ben's onto the computer and I'm onto the phone. So who gets there first?
It won't
And
be
it was
me.
it was the movie Dave O. Russell made after Spanky the Monkey, wasn't it?
Yes. So it was his family. It was his fun. Actually, no. Spanking the Monkey was his fun family film.
Oh shit, Patricia Arquette.
Patricia Arquette. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
Yeah.
and George Segal's in there. Mary Tyler Moore.
what year did it come out?
That one was like 93?
96.
96.
Uh,
Yep.
okay.
That's a
yeah.
good movie. I've got it. I should watch it again.
Richard Jenkins is in it. Josh Brolin.
Josh Brolin, I don't remember him in it.
Me neither. David Patrick Kelly from The Warriors. He's
Good
in
stuff. Sam. Oh, good one. Yeah. What do we got? Is it upside down?
Yeah.
it. And Inside Out. Ooh, Wings of Desire.
Oh, Wings of Desire.
Have you seen
It's
that
like a
one?
costume.
Idea. No.
It's like a period one, right?
No, it's the you're thinking of the one with doves of the Helena Bonham Carter one. No, this is the Wim Wenders
Yeah.
one, the one about the angels that was remade as City of Angels.
City of Angels, right?
Oh,
So Wings of Desire was a black and white film, I think from 89, maybe 88. And it had Bruno Ganz as an angel that wants to become a human.
And then becomes Hitler instead. He fails and accidentally becomes Adolf Hitler.
I do love this film, and it had the Aussie connection too, because you had scenes where he goes into punk venues and watches punk bands, and it was Crime in the City Solution, which is a Melbourne punk band that was huge in Germany. It's a German film as well, and it's a beautiful film. There was a sequel called Far Away So Close, which U2, I think, did the soundtrack for. That's great as well.
Oh.
Yeah. Peter
And what
Falk.
was
Peter
that-
Falk
wasn't
was
there-
in the Wings of Desire.
Isn't there like the third one with Kate Sobrano? Dust Off the Wings? Was that not related to that one? I think her brother made it? No? Is that not it?
No, this. I'm trying to think of a wittier joke, but I haven't got one.
yeah. No, me neither.
But that joke was far away, so close.
Yeah.
But
You'll have come up with it by the next video.
Yeah.
I do love Wings of Desire. It's a good one. But Jarrett from Good Movie Monday is a particular fan of City of Angels. Nicolas Cage and Meg Ryan.
Yeah. I watched that not that long ago. And yeah, it's not too bad.
So
I liked
imagine that movie, but much more German artsy and black and white.
Mm.
You've got Wings of Desire. All right.
Mm.
This is my dip. Oh, fucking
Upside
hell.
down. Westworld.
Westworld.
I've seen that one.
Yeah, that's a great. Do you know watching Westworld? Is it James Brolin that's in that? Is he the
Yeah.
lead guy? Because when I watch it, if you watch the opening scenes when he's going in,
Richard Benjamin, right?
when he's going into the park for the first time, those scenes of him look a lot like Christian Bale. Like he just looks like Christian Bale. Which
I'll
I
have to
found
watch
interesting.
it. Yeah, I'll have to look at that.
It's a great film. Richard, is it Michael Crichton that wrote Jurassic Park?
Mhm.
They're very
And,
similar. Very similar films.
Yul Brynner takes his face off, which is nice.
Doesn't he take his face off
Just
in
nice.
both of them because he did Future World as well? And
Future World, yeah, but he's a
Oh,
lot.
that's right. Yeah.
For some magical reason, the robot aged dramatically by the time Future World came around. He also put on a bit of weight. You
he
know.
had no reason for being
What are
in
they
Future
fitting those
World, so they
robots?
just did like memory flashbacky kind of sequences.
Yeah.
I watched that film when I was in the UK, and it was very slow. I remember being like, "This is
Westworld."
Yeah, Westworld. I just thought it was quite slow in its, like, you were kind of waiting for something to happen, but yeah, might have been the era more than anything else.
I know they remade it for television, like HBO did their popular Westworld series, but I would love to see Westworld and Future World sort of remade, with today's technology. Would be good. Won't happen, but all right.
Well, because they made the TV series like 2 years ago, then
I can't imagine
it'll
that.
put the kibosh on it. They need to reboot it. I think it's the minimum time is like now 2 years or 5 years for a complete reboot and pretend that the other one didn't happen, because that's the length of attention spans.
Yeah, it's more like 2 than
2.
Yeah.
So the kids today haven't seen it because it's more than 2 years old.
It's true. It's scary. All right, Ben, I'm not going to make you do that whole charade of dipping.
I'll just do it below camera.
Fucking hell, they're all coming out upside down. What do we got?
Future
World.
What are the chances?
That was not.
What's this one about?
All right.
Mortal Engines.
Oh, Mortal Engines. I haven't seen that.
I thought that was a piece of shit.
I actually did. I didn't mind it though. Jarrett gives me shit about it because I was like, it's all right, I suppose.
I think Jarrett and I might have seen it together, and we just looked at each other and went, "Well, that was crap."
What was that?
This is dumb.
It's from the book series, yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, it's very City of Ember, the movie, not the books. But it has
the interior stuff is very City of Ember.
Yeah,
like that fake world.
And
they've got
City of Ember meets Snowpiercer, the TV series kind of thing.
Yeah,
totally.
Where they're all.
What I found interesting about it, which I guess is sort of a redeeming quality to it, is that it was directed by like a guy that was an apprentice to Peter Jackson. Started working with him from back in the Brain Dead days, just as like straight out of school, knocked on a door and said, "I want to work in movies," and started in the proverbial mail room and worked his way up. And Peter Jackson threw this one at him. It's a shame that it was a turd.
He's like, here's a couple of bazillion dollars. And just
here's a script I won't touch.
Yeah.
Was it just one film, or was it a series?
It was supposed. I think it had the option to make more, but the first it tanked.
Yeah,
it tanked so bad because I think it was. I don't know if it was was it a major tank because it cost so much, or was it a major tank just because it was it just like by normal standards it was also a tank. It was not just if this movie cost 40 million, it was fine. This would have been fine, but because it cost 300 million, it's a disaster.
I think it was a tank in all regards.
In all regards.
Yeah.
I didn't mind. I mean, I can't remember if any of the cast have done anything since. They probably have. But I don't remember who any of them are.
No, I don't remember them either. All right, I've got one that feels fat, so so does Ben.
That's not me. That's the Destroyer.
Let's say Baby.
Oh, The Secret of the Lost Legend.
Do you remember?
Is that like a dinosaur movie?
You have to remember that. Yeah, was it Sean Young and it had that little baby dinosaur in it?
Yeah.
When we were
I remember
kids,
the cover.
Was huge.
I never like if they didn't show those movies, if they didn't show at those Mechanics Institute holiday programs, then I did, or if they didn't take you to see it at the end of school year, they take you to the movies and you're like, let's watch Land of the Lost.
Yeah.
Or whatever,
or you watch it on the bus on the way there.
Yeah, that's right. They always for some reason we always had Grease in the bus. And I remember even in grade 6, like by grade 6 I was old enough to go, this movie is wildly inappropriate to be shown to children. Like this whole movie is about fucking. Like I don't understand. Like just because the Grease Mega Super Medley or whatever it is a big hit on Rage at the moment, I still don't see how this is appropriate for 12-year-olds.
But I do remember Baby, Secret of the Lost Legend was on all the trailers of the VHS tapes, and same with was it Benji the Hunted? Those two films were like, back to back on all the VHS tapes.
Benji the Hunted. What
That's a
great.
good one.
I remember there was a real sense of jeopardy about that movie.
Yep.
the
Probably
whole
because
movie,
they put real
'cause
dogs
they-
at risk.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
We went through 20 Benjis.
Yeah. It's
No.
like the Milo and Otis all over again.
Yeah.
We only
Aw.
drowned 300 puppies.
So sad. Was it the documentary, the Disney documentary that like apparently pushed the lemmings off the thing to show that they all followed each other, but they actually pushed them?
They shoved them off.
It's horrible.
So the lemmings weren't doing what they were supposed to be doing.
No,
so
the lemmings
we
thought it was
shoved them off
the
the
lemmings
thing.
thought it was a story about how misunderstood they were.
Yeah.
Look, we're more than just a stereotype, mate.
Hang on, what? Whoa!
Now, what are you doing? What are you doing?
What was the other one? There was you had Benji the Hunted and Baby, and there was another one. Was it Bear? There was a movie called Bear. I remember that.
There was Bear, which was about the bear cub, and there was Bingo.
Bingo.
Bingo was his name. Oh,
Thank you.
and then they spelled the name.
All right. I don't know how many more of these you want to do, but
Flight of the Navigator.
Navigator. No.
if you haven't seen that, Sam, you have to see it. It's
Yeah.
It's
freaking
an
amazing.
iconic movie of the 80s.
Oh,
A
okay.
kids movie of the 80s. It's about this kid who he goes down to the river near his house and he meets there's like an alien spaceship.
no,
that takes him.
No, he goes down to the woods or the river and he trips over and knocks himself unconscious, but when he wakes up it's 10 years later.
Right.
Oh my
And
God.
then because of that, the military take him to experiment on him and test him and all that. And then at the facility he's kept at, he escapes his room, finds the spaceship with the help of Sarah Jessica Parker in a white lab coat with headphones on for some reason. And he gets in the spaceship.
Because she's a scientist.
He gets in the spaceship, which is the voice of the spaceship is Paul Rubens in a very pee-wee kind of voice.
Yeah, and it's just an eyeball. It's an eyeball thing.
Yeah, and then he goes flying around the world in this spaceship. It is an incredible film. I love it.
Wow.
And then goes back in time, doesn't he? He gets to go backwards and forwards in time in the spaceship.
Yeah, it gets really weird towards the end and in the final act because his family is also, a very central part of the story because, they've missed their son for 10 years and they want him back and now he's off fucking flying around the world and
his younger sister is now older than he is, and
yeah.
because he's the same
Crazy.
age. He's like 10 when he trips over and 10 when he comes back.
Wow.
And they've all kind of moved on, and he
To him
I
it's
always
only
get it-
been it's only a moment in time for him.
Yeah.
yeah.
That's cool. That sounds interesting.
It really kind of, now you're saying all that stuff with Sarah Jessica Parker, really kind of it merges into Daryl.
Oh, that's a
For
great
me?
one too. Yeah.
All I can really remember from Daryl, though, if Sarah Jessica Parker isn't in it, is the scene where he goes to the ATM and he can take all the money out. I'm like, oh, that'd be an interesting. That'd be a pretty handy skill to have.
That was a great era for those sort of brainiac kids type of movies, or kids doing things that are sophisticated. Because you had Daryl and you had Flight of the Navigator. What else? Even Short Circuit to a
Terminator
degree.
2.
Yeah, not quite human.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Oh, Cloak and Dagger.
Cloak and Dagger, yeah. Freaking hell, that
Cloak and Dagger.
for years I was terrified of people who didn't have all their fingers, like who were missing because that's the villain, the kind of evil agent that's chasing him in Cloak and Dagger has a severed finger. Like that's how you can recognize him. So you're always on the lookout for someone with only half a finger.
Still to
Terrifying.
this day.
So I think, Sam, that Flight of the Navigator's on Disney Plus. I don't think it was released as a Disney film, though, if I'm not mistaken. I think they just acquired it.
Oh,
He's
okay.
looking. He's
Oh, that's
going to
cool.
go looking for the VHS. You got it?
I think I think was it like Boy Who Could Fly? Was it like a Lorimer film or something? I don't remember.
Maybe. I don't know. But that's probably a good one. Yeah?
I recognize the poster. Yeah, that's on this. Oh, it's on.
I think it is on
It
Disney.
says it's on Stan, but yeah.
Cool. There's a documentary as well about the kid that was in it, because didn't he become like a real drug junkie / like bank robber or something?
Oh, really? No, you're thinking of Willis from Different Strokes.
No, yeah, he went down. Todd Bridges. Todd Bridges went down a dark path as well. In fact, everybody from Different Strokes.
Yeah, I was going to say.
No,
There's
but
a lot of people.
The guy from Flight of the Navigator did as well, and they made a documentary about his recovery and redemption, and how being a child celebrity was a monumental factor in his spiral.
Yeah.
It says, Kramer began to run into conflict with legal authorities, and on May 1st, 2016, he was arrested by the Royal Canadian Mounted Police in Canada, about 30 miles northwest of Vancouver, in relation to a local bank robbery that occurred on April 28. On June 8, 2016, he pleaded guilty to charges of robbing a bank wearing a disguise to commit a crime, fleeing the police, and dangerous driving.
And he fled in a spaceship. It was waiting outside.
Yeah. He just tripped over. He tripped over on his way into the bank, and then all of a sudden they told him he'd try to rob it.
And all that could be heard as he escaped and fled was, That's probably
what's his name too? Life After the Navigator.
Yeah.
Don't tell me this is that. It's Lisa Downs. It's the woman who did Life After Flash.
All right.
The one all about Sam Jones. Sam Jones from Flash Gordon now being in between acting gigs, he ran personal security for a rich businessman in Mexico.
She
became
really
a mercenary.
She really loves to make these celebrities feel like shit.
Yeah. And hang on,
Let's make a movie, a documentary about
Flash.
How this guy did nothing after his film.
Oh, hang on. So she's working on this other Life After Atreyu. Currently being made.
It's about who's the actor in question? Noah Hathaway?
About Neverending Story. Yeah, Noah Hathaway in Neverending Story.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, who played Atreyu. No one ever talks about Atreyu from part 2.
No. Well, no one talks about what's it.
He became Taylor Lautner, didn't he?
Well, and what about what's his name? Was it part 3? Is it Jonathan?
Oh,
who was the one from Sequest DSV who
James
hung
Richter?
himself?
Oh no, what?
Because
you had Jason James Richter as the main kid in part 3, and then Jack Black was the villain.
I'm imagining that's in the.
We rely on Ben and his tappy board.
Yeah. He's number 2. Jonathan Brandis.
Yeah,
was the kid in part 2, and he
died.
He topped himself.
Yep.
Is that politically correct to say that now? That you
but that's
fine.
Yourself?
I don't think so. No.
It's a George Miller film.
Not
George
the
Miller
George Miller
did part 2. The other George Miller.
Yeah, the man from Snowy River, George Miller.
George Miller, yeah. Matlock Police, George Miller. Andre George Miller.
Yes. Who needs Lucky Dip when we've got Ben's computer?
Yeah. Good old IMDb. It's the Cinemania of our time.
Oh, mate. Encyclopedia.
There's a
Carter.
reference to 486s in 1996, if ever I heard one.
Do you remember Encarta?
I do remember Encarta. I stole many a school report from Encarta before they developed that pesky plagiarism software. It literally came footnoted. I'm like, this is excellent. Just reword this.
Samantha,
Encyclopedia Britannica. That was the other one.
Thank you, Samantha. It's been fun. Just gonna cut Ben. Just gonna cut Ben off there. We've had about enough of that.
I really don't need you guys for the podcast. I just do it all myself. It's called Tangents. My new show is called Tangents, and I just ramble on.
Hello.
It's me looking at IMDb.
I've got to say,
Zeus
Ben,
but
before we wrap up, your posture has been exceptional in this video.
You can't see the side of it. I'm hunched over. Sit up straight. I need to get one of those devices.
I think Sam was on the same page as I was. That was all about my opening reference.
Yeah.
Never mind.
About the destroyer.
Yeah.
Yeah. The problem with the destroyer, it only comes up to here. So the top part slumps over. But this part's ramrod, below it's ramrod straight.
And that's what I call
Oh my
bookends.
God.